Hello and welcome to Tash Life. I'm Tash, and today we're doing a No Pan Left Behind update. So let's get into it. Okay, so just to explain quickly what the No Pan Left Behind project is, the idea is that personally I use a random like a spinning wheel on my phone, and that chooses a certain amount of palettes. And I also, when I get a new palette, I also do like a look video with the palette, and that automatically gets added to my No Pan Left Behind project because I've already used half of it. So the idea of it is to use every single shade in the palette once, and then you can roll it back out again. So the way that I track my usage, so I know where I'm up to and what shades I have and haven't used, is that I have this graph paper, and I just, draw the palettes on there, and then I use a highlighter to put across when I've used them. So all the pink ones are the ones from this last month. So we've got all of these here, and some on here. So I actually thought I'd done really well this month, but and I probably have, but it just feels like maybe I didn't do as well as I thought I did. So last month we had the pink. The pink was last month, and we finished 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I rolled out. I've completed 5 palettes, so that's not too bad, completed 5 palettes, but we'll go through the ones that are still in at the moment, and we'll have a little talk about those and find out what's going on. So last month I spun this Frenzy one in, and I have not touched it. I haven't touched it. I've been working on some of the older ones to try and get them out. So that one's still brand new, untouched. The Natio Rose Quartz palette, I did a look video on this. Should be up by now. And what have I got left on this one? I'm sorry if the light keeps changing. It's overcast today, and the sun keeps going behind a cloud. I have done a look video on this, and all I've got left is this shade, and these 2 shades left, and then I've rolled that one out. So that one's still in at the moment, and I always link my look videos playlist down below, so that if you want to go and see any of these videos that I've done on these palettes, you can go and check them out. This one I spun in not last month before, I think. This is the She Glam Viva La Leopard palette. Just looks like this. Also, I will be putting looks up somewhere showing you what I did with those palettes. Let's see, where's this one? It's here. Just here. Let's see. So, just here. It's joined onto this one. That's why I couldn't find it. So I've only got 2 shades left in that one. 2 left, which is these 2, this silver and this dark brown. That's all that's left in that one. So that one's almost finished. I almost got through that one. The BYS foiled palette. This one was spun in. Looks like this. I did do a look with this month, and I have these 4 here left. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's the green that I haven't been wearing green. So that one's one more look probably, and that's out. We have the Friday the 13th Camp Crystal Lake palette. I did a look on this, a look video, and I think that all that's left in this one is the greens as well. So we've got this one and these 2 left. The 3 greens are what's left. So I'll have to get in some greens this month, I think. So that one's still in. So some of these are almost out. I almost got there with some of them. We have Juvia's The Warrior 2. This was spun in last month, I think. It's all mattes, which is exactly what I needed. And I've used 4. I've used this one and these 3 here in the middle. That's what I've used. So that one, I was finding it pretty easy to use because this one here, this is all shimmer, and another one that I've completed was also almost all shimmer. So yeah, I was getting very shimmer heavy. All the ones that left behind were quite shimmer heavy. We also have the Magic Mini by Juvia's, which was spun in, I want to say, not last month, the month before, and I still have not touched it. It looks like this. I've used it before, but I haven't used it in the project yet. I've just been trying to work on some of the older stuff and get it out, and the stuff that's sort of almost done, and just get them out. The Australis New Eyes palette, this was spun in last time. I have used it this month, and I've got a ways to go with that one. I'll show you. Where is it? Here. That's that. So I have used it. I think I've done one look with it, but it's still, you know, it's only just started, that one. So that one's still in. We have the OXX Cosmetics Hyperglow 42 eyeshadow palette. This one was spun in the very, very, very beginning. It's been in the whole time. I have struggled with it. It's not my favourite palette. It's probably going to get decluttered. It's going to get decluttered. This is a bit hard to read because I've now written on there what's matte and what's shimmer, because a lot of the shimmers are satin and it's quite hard to see like which ones are which. So it's just to help me get the use out of it. If I'm looking for a matte, I can see exactly what's there. If I'm looking for shimmer, I can see exactly what's there. So this is it at the moment. So you can see I put mattes and shimmers. So the pink ones are what I've used. So that's probably one look, I'm guessing, or it could be even a companion palette. So I'll just open it up and show you. Go. So like this blue, this is one of the ones that's left. Just get my piece of paper in front of me. We've got, yeah, that blue, that yellow, this green, this pink, these 2, these are shimmers, 2 dark ones, and this one, I think, right? Yeah, that one. I think it might be this blue and this colour here, which is sort of bronzy, maroony colour. So a lot of the colours sort of, they don't sort of match together. But I think I'm just going to have to try it. Ouch. think I'm just going to have to try and do it. I really wanted to get it out this time. I really, really wanted to get it out this time. And I just, every time I opened it up, it was just like, what am I going to do with these colours? Like, they're horrible colours to all put together. Next month's colour is blue. I have done a little key up here. It's there. I was originally just using the purple colour, which is why it's very purple heavy. But it was just getting too confusing for me to be able to figure out which ones I used that month and which ones I didn't. So that covers the ones that are still in the project. So they're all still in. Now, this one is rolling in simply because it's new to me. I just hauled it in a haul video and it's discontinued and it's quite an old palette. So I'm not going to do a video look on it, but I do want to use it. So I'm going to put it in my No Pan Left Behind. So this is the ABH Subculture palette. I got this second hand. It's, as you can see, it's virtually brand new. It's barely been touched. So I'm going to put that in my No Pan Left Behind and have a play with it. So that's the only one that is being added this month, because out of the ones that I finished, none of these were ones that were spun in. These were all video looks that I did, and that is how they entered the project. So if you want to see any of the looks I did on these, it's in the playlist down below. We had the Chucky palette, I Glam Light, Crazy Love, and I did do a look on this. It will be, I did a look video, but obviously it was a look. So that one's rolling out. So the BYS Untamed palette, I did a look video on this, and that one is rolled out. Looks like that. Very purple. Purples and peaches pretty much covers that palette. The Pat McGrath Labs Mothership Mega Celestial Divinity palette. This one only has 3 mattes. Everything else in here is shimmer, and it's really nice, I have to admit. I do understand now the hype on this brand, because I did really enjoy using these shadows. My partner bought this for me. He's a bit sneaky sometimes. He buys me. He seeks out these eyeshadow palettes and like in secret and buys them for me, and then it's like, well, how do you know about this stuff? Anyway, the ABH Norvina collection. These two also are ones that he bought for me for my birthday. I didn't know, like he didn't know that I would have liked these, and I didn't know that I would have liked these actually, but I know what this stuff is. So that one is rolled out. I did a look on this video. Very purple and sort of maroon, a few neutrals. Very pretty. I get the hype on the ABH stuff as well. I do. They are nice quality. And also the ABH Norvina, that one was volume 5. This is volume 4. And I did a look video on this. And it is also rolled out. So that's that one. There's some pinks, purples, neutrals. Yeah, very nice. Very nice. So those are the ones that are being rolled out. Oops, let me just not drop them and break them. So these are the ones that are being rolled out. They were all from look videos, so I don't need to spin any in from those. So the Subculture one, that's the only one being added. Now, I also do this with my face palettes, and last week. So with the face palettes, the rule is that I use it stays in for the whole month, and I use every pan, every shade. So I rolled in this e.l.f. bite-sized duo in watermelon. Just a watermelon. I think it's the watermelon one. I did use this several times. It's very fair on me. It very, very barely shows up. Sometimes I find that the really light ones actually show up better on me in summer when my skin is a bit deeper. I do go up to like a medium shade, and in summer I do go, in winter I do go down to a light shade. I'm a light shade at the moment. So this is not showing up much on me at the moment. It's strange how that happens, how sometimes the lighter shades show up better on me when my skin is deeper. But yeah, rolling that one out. And then we also rolled in the OXX Cosmetics Beauty Book Face Eye Kit. Now this, because I don't usually have two face palettes in, I had hoped to roll in another duo like this, which I did, but it was a duo that I had already completed in No Pan Left Behind. So I didn't do that. I did another spin of this one in, and because it was my second face palette month, I allowed myself to just obviously use this side up in the normal, like, rules. With the normal rules, I have to use every shade. It stays in for the month, and I did that. With the eyeshadow side, I said that I would allow myself to keep it in for an extra month if I didn't get through it, and I haven't quite got through it. I will show you. There's looks, of course. There will be looks. Here. I almost got through. I've only got a few shades left. Let's see what I got left. So we've got this shade, which is a pink, and this shade, which is sort of a mauve. This shade, which is a nice dark purple, and this shade, which is another sort of neutrally browny mauve colour. So that should be one look, one nice easy look. So that one's still in. I'm keeping that one in just to finish the eyeshadow part, and then it will be out. So I did a spin to get a new eyeshadow, a new face palette here, and I spun in the ABH Primrose palette, which is another face palette with eyeshadow in it. I'm sorry about the light. It's washing me out badly. Which is, that's two ABH. I rolled out two ABH palettes, and I'm rolling into ABH palettes. So there you go. I have used this one a few times before. It's nice. It is nice. It's deeper than what it looks. These are very pigmented. And this shade here, I've tried it as a blush and I've tried it as a bronzer. And I don't feel like it really works very well for either of them, but I think it's supposed to be a blush. I don't know. It is the strangest colour for either of those. It sort of looks orangey, but it's, I don't know. I think you could use it as either. I have used it as either because I didn't know what it was supposed to be. I guess you could say bronzer blush, but you can also use this as a blush. It is a very, very warm, very, very warm bronzer shade. And you would have to go very, very carefully because it is very, very pigmented. But that is the roll-in for this month. Okay, So that's all the updates. That's all the photos. That's all the looks. That's all the palettes. That's all the spin-ins. That's all the rollouts. And I will take you out with the spraying of the palettes like I usually do. I hope you enjoyed this. Thanks for watching. I hope we have no technical difficulties, except probably the lighting was a bit crap. But thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.